This sword has the most inconvenient scabbard I've ever seen. Raise your hand if you're awesome. What's up, everybody? This is KarmaJolt, and I'm about to play through Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. The Adventure of Link. A lot of people don't like this game because they're stupid. But I think this is a fun game. I've played through it a few times on the Nintendo box machine. And I own a copy of it, gold cartridge, of course. And for some reason I really like this opening sequence with the cute little panorama and the twinkling stars, and the ocean for some reason is sparkling as well. I don't know if that's a reflection of the stars or if there's just some weird chemicals. But anyway, here's the plot. So basically Ganon got wrecked so hard that Zelda fell asleep for a long time, and she will wake only with the power of number 3 Triforce sealed in a palace in Hyrule. So to break the seal, Crystal must be placed in statues in 6 well-guarded palaces, and this quest is about to be adventuresome as balls. Sit down and strap in. Alright, let's get started. I usually choose Luigi because he jumps the highest, but Snorlax has the greatest maximum HP. This thing, when I was younger, I couldn't really read because I was like 2. So I thought that thing, I didn't know that was Princess Zelda. I thought it was just some turkey roasting on a really awesome barbecue pit in a palace. Those weird things on the screen were how Zelda 2 does random encounters. If I had run into one of them, I would have gone into a 2D battle screen, and I would have had to fight my way through monsters to get to the exit. Anyway, this is the town of Rauru. People have awesome things to tell you here. Get close to this mustachioed man so he can kick some new flavor in your ear. And this is probably the greatest bit of advice I've ever received in my entire life. If punching it don't work, try lighting it on fire. Or you could just Falcon Punch and do both at once. But the reason I came to this town was to acquire the Shield spell, which increases your defense when cast. And everybody in this town talks so slowly, like they're from the south or something. But they can also cook really well, and they're way friendlier than most people. Each town has only one smart person in it, which is often disappointing. In fact, most of the townsfolk are completely uneducated. But enough jokes about the South. Now, if you had come to this guy's basement like last week after the LAN party, you would have found like 100 empty Funyuns bags and like so much Mountain Dew. Bam! Suck it, nerds! I just gave you my magic, which you should use to survive in Parappa Desert like Kick Punch Chop, I got the funky flow. Man, my computer hasn't crashed once yet, and I'm already like 3 minutes into this video, almost. This house looked a lot smaller from the outside. Well, this building must be twice as tall. In comparison to its inhabitants. Get Kendall in Parappa Palace, go west. Well, it's good that you were concise, because I hate when you talk. And I am talking to 8-bit Nintendo villagers as if they were sentient beings. Pro tip, when you're on the path and you get in a random battle, nothing happens. Now the reason it's so dark in here is because it's a damn cave. And watch out, there's one enemy in here. That guy always gets me. Actually, he never gets me. I was just trying to make him feel better about himself after I killed him. Now, I never knew about this secret until like the 5th or 6th time I played through this game, because I'm a run and gun kind of guy, you know. I don't like to talk to villagers, I don't like reading, I just like to go. Actually, the real reason that I never knew about the secret was because when I played this game, I was probably 2 or 3, so I couldn't read yet. Then, playing it again when I was, 7 or 8 and I could read, I still didn't care to read because I pretty much knew everything that I needed to know about this game. But there is a woman in the village of Rauru who tells you about this secret heart container, and I never found out about it until, I guess, one of my friends showed me. But yeah, anyway, stab the boomerang dude in the crotch and then take his heart for courage. Watch out for bubbles. It's not even bubble beam. It's not gonna hurt you that much. But it will slow you down if it knocks you into the water, because Link can't swim. Or maybe he can, but his shield and his sword are so heavy that they weigh him down and he drowns because he can't drop them. But in all seriousness, areas like those are probably some of the most dangerous parts of the game. Unlike this part. I find it somewhat peculiar that the desert is completely surrounded by water. This is level 1, the soundtrack is great. As you play through this game, you will notice that each dungeon, each palace has an intricate elevator system. Unfortunately, each elevator has a maximum capacity of, like, 1 person. Spoilers, you don't get any allies in this game. Now, if you'll notice in the upper right corner, there are 2 numbers underneath the word next. I don't know what that is. The weak point of any skeleton is his bones. In all seriousness, I can't believe I have to explain this. Do I really have to explain this? Alright, fine. The thing that just popped up was my level up screen. Since I got to the number 50, I get the option to level up my life meter, which will basically increase my defense. And most of these monsters will give you exp every time you kill them. Those won't, because they're stingy, I guess. I don't know. In any case, when I get to 100 experience, the level up screen will pop up again and ask me if I want to level up my magic, which requires 100 exp to level up. Now what's interesting, damn it, what's interesting about that is that I can choose not to level up certain things in favor of others. So right now I've skipped my life level up, and I will skip my next magic level up, and I'll go straight to my attack level up. I have a feeling I'm going the right way. I'm not really sure, but I've done this a few times, so I think there might be 2 keys this way that I have to pick up. And, whoa, that guy just took a stab to the face and dropped me a vase. I'm about to drop the base, because my rhymes are a disgrace. This elevator runs on the power of love, normally. But since there's none of that around here, you have to use the pulleys yourself. By the way, those armored rabbits, if they hit you, you lose life and experience, which is demoralizing as balls. Now, as I said, I usually forego the first life level up in favor of an attack level up, and there are 2 reasons why I do that. Firstly, it's just like, it's way too responsible to level up your life before you level up your attack, you know what I mean? That was a stupid move by me there. And the second reason I'll tell you later, because I just, don't feel like it right now. Alright, got 2 keys, and I got my attack level up. I'm doing pretty well. Now sometimes, there it is. Sometimes you'll find a red magic potion in those statues, which will completely fill up your magic meter. So what I should have done is I should have cast shield before I fought that red monster, that big red monster, and that would have saved me some damage. Now you may have noticed that the music just jumped there, and the reason for that is, oh my gosh, that was valiant as balls, Waveland to forward air. But the reason for that is, for some reason, when the movie file is too long, it might become desynced, which is bad. So I'm trying to avoid that by creating, stopping and starting every now and then. So since you have the signal ring equipped, that beeping sound indicates that there's a hidden treasure chest in this room. But I think now would be a good time to take advantage of this 50-point level up and get my life level 2, which will fill my life meter back up, and it will stop that beeping. This is happening, so deal with it, okay? Oh man, oh wow, that worked out very well. Yeah, these guys have a lot of HP, so I'm just gonna sit here chopping away, but I can get a 2-for-1 deal on this one. Now imagine how long this would have taken if I were at attack level 1. Life will go up. It are good. The next thing we have to do in this dungeon is grab the candle, which will allow us to see in those dark caves. Which is convenient, but actually not necessary to complete the game. In fact, a lot of speedruns that you may or may not see will... Ooh, I got by that guy. Will actually skip getting the candle because they memorize the shit out of those caves and dungeons and stuff. Now, was that voice crack on purpose, or did I just get lucky? You may never know. Side note, I find it a little disappointing that when you jump on one of those pillow things, not only do you get hurt, but it sustains 0 damage. It does not become harmed at all. I actually did not want that potion to drop. I would have rather taken 50x, because I think I'll get plenty of blue potions on the way to fill up my magic meter again, but we'll see. Maybe that was a good thing. But I'm about to put my lighter up in the air for the world's shortest rock ballad. That was it. By the way, you've probably noticed this, but one side effect of the shield spell is that you change colors, which is neat. so it can double as a camouflage effect. When nobody's looking, the lava walrus will repair this bridge every time it gets destroyed hatefully. Not that it's repaired hatefully. Eat a dick, slime! Anyway, all we've got left for this dungeon is to get to the final boss and slaughter him mercilessly, and then pour a little liquor out on this statue that was mentioned in that blurb in the beginning that explained the plot that I never read until I was like 15. Now, what I should explain is that every time you beat a palace and you place the crystal back into the statue at the end of the palace, oh, stab it! Your experience is increased to whatever number is indicated in the denominator under the word next. Furthermore, the number in the denominator for the next can be manipulated by skipping certain level ups, so I'll show you later. I can only imagine that these skeletons were under the impression that any intruder would be approaching from the right, and therefore they'd be much better off defending themselves. I don't know what this guy thinks he's throwing, but it clearly worked. And now I will politely stab him in the mouth and groin. Not a single piece of furniture in this entire house. On the plus side, though, this is a great house for, like, indoor football, because you can throw a football around without having to worry about knocking over, like, a grandfather clock. Oh, that was a huge spike right there. Attack level 3. Well, okay, I'm at the boss. I just ground 100 experience off-screen so that I will hopefully have 150 by the end of this boss fight. This guy's name is Horsehead, I believe, and there's nothing to him. You stab him in the face, which is pretty much the weakness of all of my friends. He's got little T-Rex arms, so he can't really reach that far. And he's dead, so he just gave us 50 experience. Okay, sweet. Next level up is 1,000. So what's gonna happen is, since I skipped my magic and life level ups, I'm gonna throw my stones up into this statue, and it's gonna bring me to my next level up, which is worth 1,000 points. So I'm gonna gain 823 experience just from beating that dungeon. And now I'm at attack level 4, which is bitchin'. This palace rocks. See ya.